Hi guys, I'm going to just give you a little bit of explanation of what my team did to make our video MVP. So the first and most important thing you can do is write. Before you do any project like this, you want to write a script. And this is really important because then there's a much less of a chance that later on when you're filming or when you're like, especially if you hire someone to do the voice, the narration, there won't be any issues with like, oh, how does that fit into the video, or what footage are we gonna use for this shot? Like, we don't have anything to go with it. So it's really important to use writing. And also, when you're writing, when you do the script at the beginning, it's much easier to implement the pitching tips that you've learned and that you will continue to learn. For example, how to organize your story. You want to tell the problem as a story. So you want to say, this is the problem that people have. You show them that this is like a common problem. Like, connect with your viewer that they'll think, okay, yeah, this actually happens to me. Then explain your solution, show it in action, and like end off with how great it is. Actually, this is a separate point, but I read this, like there's actually a story called the story spine. It's a Pixar theory. One of the Pixar writers, like they posted on their blog. They have a famous blog post where they say that this is the skeleton of all our Pixar stories. Like, there's just some blank lines, and it says, once upon a time there was blank, blank, blank. Every single day they would blank. One time, blank. Then all of a sudden, blank. And then forever and ever, this. And then, like, you just fill in those blanks, and every single Pixar story goes with those things. So you set that tone, and it really connects with people very well. So that's the most important thing in writing. That's what I spent the most time talking about just now. Filming, you want to just get a decent camera. I have a pretty decent camera. It's good. It's called the D7000. Looks like Max goes even better than that. So maybe you can give him some credit points and rent his camera. Nothing good for video? No. Okay. So
you will get a certificate. Now
you'll get a certificate. So filming, just make sure that you're aware of like lighting and audio is also important. Like sometimes there's something big, like a construction happening in the background. It's good not to do it with those kind of things. Just be aware of those little technicalities. Props. So we were looking for a gas pump. So I asked some people at gas stations or who worked in the gas industry if they had any gas pumps, and everyone said, "No, I don't think we have. It's too difficult." So we just made it out of cardboard, and then it looked pretty good. And also, my partner Michael printed out the T-shirts that we wore. For editing, I used Sony Vegas, which I already had a full edition, but you can download. Oh, I'm standing. Sorry. Yeah, no problem. So you can download a free version of Sony Vegas, which is really easy to learn. Yeah. Okay. So this feels weird. So yeah. It's really easy to learn. You just drag the clips in. If anyone needs any help editing, I can show you around really quickly. You drag the clips in, trim them. You have different layers. You can put videos on top of each other, so you can line them up in a timeline. It's really simple if anyone's ever used Movie Maker. It's the same thing. Logo, my wife designed our logo, so it helps to have a wife who's a good designer. If you don't...
to have a wife.
You have to have a wife. Yeah, for most things. So that was good. We got stock video from Shutterstock. So Shutterstock will give you the footage for free, but they'll put a watermark over the middle. But for these purposes, it's fine. You don't have to buy the footage. YouTube gives it for free. Well, they don't really give it, but I used Real Player Downloader to just download clips from YouTube that were relevant. Also, the logo splash at the end just was a little fancy. I got a template from Video Hive for $5, and it's an After Effects template, so you just literally drag in your logo, and it makes like a nice, because the template's already made, so you just put in your logo, and it looks very nice. That's at the end of the video. We had like our logo spinning around.
We are going to see the video after that.
They've seen it?
Yeah. No, I want to see it again because now it makes another sense. And some
okay.
people didn't see it, by the way, the class.
What do you mean about stock?
It's only
stock,
2 minutes, so that's okay.
Sorry?
Stock video?
Stock video is just like footage of of general things that you want to have in your video, that like a truck driving by, or
you mean
or,
sample videos?
Sample videos, yeah. Like a gas station, just.
And you just drag it into your movie maker?
You download it from their website, and then you have the file, and then you just import it. Very simple. Yeah. Fiverr is really great for. It's really great for anything actually. You can even get someone on Fiverr to make your whole video for you. So.
Budget.
I mean, it's not. It's probably not like going to be the best thing, but you can hire someone on Fiverr to do like a small job. Like for example, we got our narrator on Fiverr, and he was really great. I can give you his name. He has a great speaking voice. Like you can look through it. We also like experimented getting a British voice, like, or a Scottish voice, but then they sounded a little too intimidating. So depending on what your product is, you try to get like a voice. There's every single voice. There's like Russian accented English voice, and there's Scottish voice. I will read your script. So you can play with that. And the music, I just kind of had these tunes in my head. I listened to all kinds of music. So the music, I took the beginning from Toy Story, and the main track is Irving Berlin's song, like the remix. It's called "Puttin' on the Ritz." So so any song you have in your head, it's better to look up an instrumental version. You can usually go to YouTube, type the name of the song, and add instrumental, and then download it.
Is there stock music as well?
No, it's from YouTube. So if they could sue me if I didn't pay for the rights. But for this, it doesn't matter. I use Real Player Download is really good for downloading from YouTube. And that's it. So feel free to ask any questions about it.